This tutorial explains the menu bar in the dashboard and the functionality of the buttons. The menu bar in the planning tool contains 7 buttons with different functionality. The first one allows the import of additional needs. Needs are reasons for a research unit to introduce and maintain high quality derived from the mission and the objectives that can be dictated by stakeholders, for example, funders or collaboration partners, or are defined by EQIPD. They have to be identified by the research unit and can be included in the dashboard. Additional explanation on needs can be found in the online resources. The technical implementation works just by clicking on Import Need. You can find the need on your drive by clicking on the folder icon. You have to search for the need by the file name and select it here. Then click on Next and you will get the message about whether the import was successful or not. If it was, we have now these additional challenges from the need in the dashboard. This will also result in a new calculation of the priority. This is how it looks. The need is named in the challenge column, and additional text explaining and comments explain this new requirement. The next button shows a list with the steps of the visit. It gives the possibility to go to each step of the visit again, but also start the visit from the beginning. The next 2 items, risk assessment and self-assessment, concerns the assessment. Each of them will open a new tab that supports the respective assessment. Let's have a brief look at the risk assessment template to perform risk assessments. This can be performed when there are, for example, a move of the lab or critical equipment is bought. It could even be done on a regular basis, for example, once every year as a routine process. But this is probably too much for most research units. The guiding questions in the assessment will help you to identify and evaluate the risk. When the document is filled out, you can click here on Archive. This will result in saving this assessment in a PDF form in section 411 in your dossier. The second item is the self-assessment. The tab itself is very similar in its functionality, but will facilitate the self-assessment process. It shows the requirements and additional statements for the requirements to support your process. It is helpful to provide specific and understandable comments on the effectiveness of the implemented measures. You can archive this assessment again as a PDF in section 412 Self-Assessment in your dossier. Just give it a try and see how nicely it works. Over the years, you can easily document your progress. Finally, you can also discard the assessment again, and the page will be closed. The next button provides a link to the website with information of the tool. The arrows in a circle provide a refresh of the planning tool. This becomes handy when you enter dates in the column Next Spot Checks and you want to have the colored overview. However, this refresh will also be performed when reopening the planning tool. The last button is just some information about this tool. I hope you find this tutorial helpful, and if you have any comments, please let us know. Thank you.